formatting. So, marami sa inyo guys ang nagtatanong about conditional formatting. And to be honest, itong conditional formatting is very simple lang naman po yung logic niya. So, you need to provide some condition in order to format it the way you want it. So, kunyari, gusto mo, for example, i-apply yung data bars, or I will do that. So, first rule, you need to highlight the range that you want to apply the conditional formatting. And then, of course, under Home Ribbon tab, conditional formatting, meron po tayong iba't ibang conditional formatting dito. Meron tayong data bars, color scales, icon sets, and so on and so forth. So, we'll try the data bars muna. Okay, so let's say magsaselect ako ng kulay blue. Okay. So, mapapansin nyo na automatically nagkaroon siya ng data bars na conditional formatting. And ang pinakamataas na value, siya yung pinaka-color coded na cell. Okay? Ang good thing here is that if you change the value, let's say 24, nag-a-adjust po siya. Then again, dahil ang pinaka-highest natin for this range is 95, siya yung fully colored. Okay, itong 1, let's say palitan natin yung 75, automatically nag-adjust po siya. Depende. So, the more na napupunta siya sa pinakataas, ibig sabihin malapit siya sa pinakamataas na value. Okay? Okay. So, color scales, ito siya. Again, anong rule natin? You need to highlight first the range. Okay, color scales. And then, conditional formatting, and then color scales. So, click po natin siya. Let's say ito. Okay. So, depende kasi yan kung paano mo siya gagamitin. But, of course, ito yon yung parang lang siya, preloaded na format lang siya. You can, of course, adjust it anytime you want to. Kasi, dito, kunyari, ang pinaka-minimum natin is color light yellow, and then pinaka-color na pinaka-mataas natin is green. So, mag-a-adjust po siya. So, paano natin siya gagawin para ma-edit? Okay? So, again, highlight the range na meron ka ng conditional formatting. Conditional formatting, and then makikita mo sa pinaka-dulo itong manage rules. So, yan. Take note na natin para So, take note that ito yung in-apply natin na graded color scale. Okay? So, pag in-edit po natin yan, okay? So, meron tayong 2 color scale, meron tayong 3 color scale, data bars, depende sa'yo kung ano yung gusto mong i-edit. So, let's say by default, 2 color scale. And then, we can see from here na meron tayong lowest value. Okay? If you want to change that to something like, let's say gusto natin light green, and then pinaka-green yung pinaka-highest value, pwede natin magawa siya. So, lowest value, of course, we need to change that into light. And then, for the highest value, we need to change it to green. Yan. And then, okay. Right. Ayan na siya. So, mapapansin mo, the more it turns green, it means na mas malapit siya dun sa pinaka-highest value. So, let's say itong 1, palitan natin na 50. Yan. So, kita nyo naman, medyo nag-adjust siya ng color. Naging medyo light na siya. Okay? So, another conditional formatting that we have is yung icon sets. Okay? So, sa icon sets, go to conditional formatting, icon sets, and then you can choose anywhere from, kunyari, anything from here. Let's say, you want it to be like this, directional. So, papansin nyo sa baba, nagkakaroon na siya dito. Yan, 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 yan. So, yan. Kunyari, star. The more, o kaya ito. Yan. Kunyari, meron kang Wi-Fi network. Okay, so the more na mas dumadami yung niya, yung bars niya, color graded na na bars, mas malapit siya dun sa highest value. Okay? So, let's say, i-apply natin yan. Okay? Apply natin yan. Ayan na siya. So, mapapansin mo, itong 95 and 105, since malapit siya sa pinakamataas, automatically, nagaan na siya. And then, if you want to make some editing sa condition niya, all you have to do is just, again, go to conditional formatting and then manage rules. Okay, so manage rules, okay, again, you need to edit the rule, and then customize it from there. So, ito yung isa sa mga pinakamadalas gamitin pagdating sa conditional formatting. This is the format only cells that contain. Di ba, kunyari sa ating is meron tayong, sa grade for example, meron tayong pass or fail, right? So, gusto nating ma-highlight kapag ka failed, red siya. And then, pagka-pass, color green. So, pero sa ating example pala, meron tayong banana and apple. Let's say, gusto nating i-change yung color ng banana into green, for example. And then, apple para sa red. Okay, so paano natin siya gagawin? Again, first rule, highlight po natin yung range. And then conditional formatting, and then new rule. So go to the second one, format only cells that contain, and then change the value equal to banana, for example. So format only cells with cell value equal to banana, and then change the format, change the fill background into green. So, kung gusto mong palitan yung color ng font, magagawa mo siya. And then just click OK. So, ayan na po siya. So, mapapansin nyo dito, let's say for example, itong banana, gawin nating apple, magbabago na po yung kulay niya. Kasi hindi niya na na-meet yung condition na banana. Right? So, let's try naman po yung apple. Okay, so, apple, for example, gusto natin siyang palitan ng, let's say, red. Again, conditional formatting. And then, if you want to use new rule, then you can do that. Or manage rules. Pag manage rules ang ang clinic mo, i-click mo pa rin yung new rule. So, better go to new rule. Okay? And then, choose the format only cells that contain equal to apple. Of course, you need to change the format into red kung ito yung gusto nating format. Ano siya? Automatically, nagpalit na po siya. Gawin nating banana. Yan. So, what kung lagyan ko ng mango dito? What do you think will happen? Okay? And I press mango, of course, wala na siyang kasi wala siyang na-meet na any conditions dun sa ating sinet na conditional format. Wala. So, ayan siya. So, lahat lang nung na-meet niya dun sa range na yun na may criteria, banana and apple, automatically nag. Okay? So, let's say for example sa numbers naman. Okay? Gusto natin i-color, let's say orange kapag greater than 80. Okay, so greater than 80 for example, paano natin siya gagawin? Again, magagawa natin siya sa conditional formatting, format only cells that contain. And format only cells that contain. Okay? Again, highlight the range. Dadaan-daanin ko po. Conditional formatting, new rule, and then format only cells that contain, again cell value po siya, and then greater than or equal to 80, kunyari 80, and then we'll change this to orange. Fill again na yung background niya. Okay, ayan na po siya. So, automatically, imagine mo kung meron kang around 1,000 rows na gusto mong i-check. Kung kunyari na ang criteria niya is about more than 80, gusto mo lagyan siya ng conditional formatting. Again, napakadali lang po niya i-set up. First is that you need to highlight po yung range and then use the conditional formatting, format only cells that contain, and then meron po doon na cell value then greater than or equal to, as you select. Okay, so what's good in format only cells that contain is that pwede ka rin let's say for example gusto mong i-hide lahat ng mga error values mo. So let's say for example sa ating example, meron tayong error na name, div, and ref, and then parang gusto natin siyang i-treat na parang as if walang data doon. So ang number one trick dyan is of course you can use the conditional formatting, or kung maano ka sa formula, ang pwede mong gawin is to gumamit ng if error. Okay? If error na function. So since demonstrate po natin itong conditional formatting, magagawa po natin dyan is to punta po tayo sa conditional formatting. Again, click nyo po yung conditional formatting and then new rule. Of course, hinighlight ko po muna yung range, conditional formatting, and then new rule. And then format only cells that contain. Okay? Now this time, di ba yung cell value po natin is ito yung sinelect natin kanina. Right? Papalitan po natin siya ng errors. Okay? And then change the format into, let's say, because ang objective natin is to try to parang ma-hide yung mga natin, ang ating mga error values. Kailangan i-match siya dun sa background color. So let's say ito yung background color natin. Tingnan natin kung match. So you need to go to font and then change it to that. Yan. So mapapansin nyo na parang wala na siyang values, di ba? Pero ang ginagawa lang naman po ni conditional formatting na focusing on the errors is that ina-hide lang naman po niya. Or kung gusto mo ng different color, you can do that. Pero ang trick lang po dito is kung ano yung background color mo. Let's say ito yung background color mo. Ito. Yan ang magiging font color mo kapag nag-set ka na ng conditional formatting po. Again, highlight po, conditional formatting, new rule, and then go to format only cells that contain, and then change the cell value to errors, and then set the format font po. Alright? Napakasimple lang po, right? Top or bottom rank values. So let's say for example, gusto natin ma-capture yung top 3 dun sa ating data natin, and then gusto natin siya mag-color ng yellow for example. Top 3 na values natin. Again, we can use the conditional formatting para ma-identify po yun. Again, go to conditional formatting and then new rule, format only cells that contain, and then actually in the format only cells that contain. This time we're going to select the format only top or bottom rank values, and then change the rank from 10, ito po yung default natin, gawin natin 3, and then change the fill background to yellow, and then okay. So now makikita natin dito na yung top 3 natin is 16, 20, and 15. Automatically po yan. So let's say kunyari magkakaroon tayo ng additional values. Let's say naging 50 po siya. So we know na ang top niya is 50, 16, and 20. So yan po dapat ma-highlight and then mawawala po sa 16. So try natin ha. So now nag-apply na po yung ating conditional formatting top or bottom rank values. So, explore nyo lang po itong conditional formatting. I'm sure na marami po kayong matututunan dyan. Lalo't sa data po natin, usually gusto natin ma-flag agad na merong ito yung mga information na kailangan natin. So, very useful po si conditional formatting. Okay, so we'll try to do this. Above or below average, or above or below average. Okay, so this one. Okay, so let's say for example, automatically siya. Gusto natin ma-identify yung lahat ng below average na red. Again, you can use the conditional formatting. New rule. And then format only values that are above or below average, and then change it to below. So yun ang target natin. And then red. Okay. Ayan siya, automatically. Okay. Okay, so for unique or duplicate values, so kunyari, ito, sobrang madalas to na tanong sa atin. Gusto mo lang ma-highlight lahat ng mga may duplicate values. Kunyari, meron kang mga student number, gusto mo ma-identify yung mga records na may kaparehas, and gusto mo siyang ma-verify kung ano yung gusto mong kailangan i-delete doon, then probably conditional formatting is the best answer for you. You just have to be aware kung paano siya gagamitin, and we have this unique or duplicate values. Okay, again, ang number one rule po natin is to highlight the range. Okay, highlight the range. And then conditional formatting, new rule, and then there's a second to the last na format only is unique or duplicate value. So let's say gusto natin is ma-identify lahat ng may duplicate, then change the use duplicate here, and then apply the formatting fill. Ito yung background color natin, let's say violet, or and then okay. So yan, so mapapansin nyo na ito yung mga values natin na nag-occur more than once. Okay, so itong A, ayan, alam natin na nag-appear siya another here and here and here. Okay, so na-leave natin itong B, D, C kasi one time lang siya nag-appear. Okay, ayan siya. Okay, so another one, medyo advanced po ito. Okay, so conditional formatting. So let's say ito po. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. Okay, ang objective po natin dun sa exercise na to is ma-highlight yung buong row natin, lahat na may status na field. Right? So, before, kung nagko-conditional formatting tayo, let's say, ito yung hin-highlight natin. Ang nangyayari dyan, ang tendency niyan is, dito lang nag-a-apply yung ating conditional formatting. Right? Pero what if kung kunyari failed? Okay, ang gusto natin is yung buong row. Ito, from D to F column. And then, there's another one failed here, dalawa, and then tatlo. Sa manual, ang ginagawa natin, highlight natin yan, then select natin po itong which is kunyari orange. Diba? Parang napaka-tedious job para sa inyo, which is hindi mo gagawin yun kung meron kang more than 1,000 rows, right? So, there's an automatic way for you to do that. And paano po siya? Again, using conditional formatting. So, highlight range, that's the first one. Okay, conditional formatting, and then new rule. Okay, so this time, pupunta po ako sa pinaka-last part. Use a formula to determine which cells to format. And then, magta-type po ako ng formula here, and I'm gonna reference to the very first cell na nahahanapin natin yung status na yun. But I'm gonna delete the other dollar sign para mag-focus lang siya dun sa column na yon, F174. So pag nag-apply ako pababa, then automatically na makaka-capture niya yan. So and then equals field. Okay. And then change, copy ko na to para makita nyo. And then format, and then let's say anong color ba gusto niya? Ito. Okay. So napansin nyo? So let's say ito yung nilagay ko sa formula. Okay. Yan. So again, nung highlight ko po siya, okay, highlight ko siya, and then select conditional formatting, and then new rule, and then isa-select yung pinaka-last na option, and then ita-type ko po ito manually, equals F174, pwede ko siyang i-click, then i-delete ko yung another niya dito, dollar sign, para mag-focus lang siya dito sa F column na to, and then equals to failed. So mapapansin nyo, let's say for example si Elijah, nag-change siya ng status into failed. Ang mangyayari dyan is automatic na nagpapalit na siya. Okay, eto pass. Okay, so kunyari si Isabel, bigla na siyang pumasa. Okay, so automatically nag-ano na siya, nagpapalit na siya. Okay, so ayan po si conditional formatting.